introduction. I feel like I'm a little bit important. That's a nice little laugh this morning. Let me say something. Mr. JL, listen, let's just give Mr. JL a hand clap of praise this morning, please. He is right in the middle. Let me set my time. He told me 10 minutes, but he knows if he gives me a mic, I don't really worry about that 10 minutes. I'm going to do what I need to do. He found out this morning that when you're a teacher, the one thing that you got to know is what can go wrong in the classroom will go wrong. You just have to be flexible and move on. So, great job, JL. Persevering through since 6:30 this morning. Let me say thank you so much to the Milken educators in the room. I hadn't been around any Oscar nominees before in my life, and so I'm so blessed and thankful to be there. Thank you for your service. To my brand new sisters and brothers, let me say welcome, welcome, welcome to this grand, great opportunity and profession. This is not a profession, this is a calling. This is an opportunity. This is a blessing. And that's what I want you to know about being an educator. It's very, very special to me. I will always be an educator no matter what I do in my life. I'm not a teacher. You're not a teacher. You're not a coach. You are an educator. Understand that. That's a bigger calling than just one thing. I want to start out this morning with a bell ringer. Raise your hand if you know what a bell ringer is. Have you heard that? Okay, good. This being Black History Month and all, I thought it would be appropriate if I started out with a Black History moment. I want to share with you a marriage tradition in the Black community called jumping the brooms. Anybody ever heard of jumping the broom? Okay, good deal. Well, jumping the broom is a symbolic and innovative ceremony used by our ancestors to certify their commitment and their transition to a new life. Today, this event, this is your moment. This is your transition. You're getting ready to jump from student to classroom teacher. You should be excited about that. You're getting ready to jump from student to classroom teacher. Good. What's important for you to understand is we put this whole process together for you today, so we make sure that you land on the other side of that transition by taking full advantage of every opportunity you have today. And for you to do that, I need to talk to you about what I call the second mile. The second mile is going above and beyond the expectation to reach excellence. Everyone in this room is qualified. There's no doubt. You've taken all the exams and you're ready to go. What's going to separate you in this room and every time you go into an interview is, and every candidate, is your presence and your engagement. If you are ready, and I know you are ready, when you step into these rooms, you're going to need to understand that your credentials have gotten you in the room. But these second mile behaviors that I'm going to talk to you about is what's going to get you remembered. So today, I want you to listen intently to what's going on in the rooms. Actively listen. I want you to take notes. I want you to participate. And I want you to follow up with the people that you make connections with. And if you do that, then you're going to be ultra ready and you're going to be successful. But before we go any further, what I want to do really quickly, this is called a think, pair, share, by the way. This is called a think, pair, share, by the way. I want you to take a second to reflect on why you chose this career field. We're going to do that for about 30 seconds. You're going to turn to a neighbor and you're going to finish this sentence. I chose education because. I chose education because. 30 seconds. Go. Okay, for all you elementary people in the room, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Good. those things that you just shared, now I went a little faster than 30 seconds because I'm trying to really stay within my 10 minutes. Those things that you just shared is exactly what all these professionals will want to hear from you today as you have these conversations. And what I've done today is I brought for you something I call PACE, P-A-C-E, PACE for Success. PACE is an acronym. You're going to learn in education, we full of acronyms. We full of a lot of things, but we definitely full of acronyms. The P is for purpose. Know exactly why you're in the room today. Because when you know and understand what your why is, your confidence will come from your clarity. Speak enthusiastically when you're talking to people. Ask pertinent questions. When you're in step with your purpose, it's easier to stay positive in the moment and your nervousness will leave the room. So stay in the moment. And while we're talking about staying in the moment, the A is for affirmation. You will build trust today by knowing and understanding this very simple thing. These are just conversations with people. It's not an interrogation. All these panels are just filled with people. They're not robots. You don't have anything to be afraid of. So stay locked in to understanding and connecting with the person that's in front of you. When you do that, you'll be able to see control. And control for you today is about one thing. Making every positive connection that you can make in this room. Everyone in this room is an opportunity for you to go to the next step of your career. So make those connections. You make connections by doing this. When you walk in the room, you make eye contact. You breathe. You share a smile. You speak with confidence. And you stay connected in the moment. You are leaving an impression today. It's inevitable. You will leave an impression. How you leave that impression will be based on the connections that you have in the room. And know this, these connections that we're talking about are way more important than anything that you'll do. Your relationships are bigger than your resumes. Your relationships are bigger than your resumes, which brings me to the E. I'm almost there. Got 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. The E is for energize. Bring that energy. I want you to bring that energy. Come into the room. Own the room. Take initiative. Be positive. Talk to people. Let them understand what your energy is. That's what principals want. They want to see that because they know that the energy that you're going to bring in the interview is going to be the same energy you're going to bring inside the classroom. It won't be any different. You can't fake it. You can have a boxed up answer, but your energy and your body language and how you interact and what you're taking notes and how you participate, all of those things are going to dictate to the people that are looking and talking to you who you really are. And you can't hide it. I'd be remiss if I didn't share my 5 favorite things about teaching. And you can keep these. These are yours for free, no charge. Number 1, always put students first in everything you do. Ooh, that feels good. I'm going to say it again. Always put students first in everything you do. Focus on their learning. Curriculum, instruction, assessment. That's what focus on their learning is. Support each other. You'll leave this room, but you won't leave this profession. Everybody in this room is a resource. There's no such thing as stealing the education. We all do it. So you steal. Get the ideas. Right? Right, Dean? Number 4. Commit to growth. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. And number 5, engage in this process wholeheartedly all the time. If you do those 5 things, your career will be impactful and you will leave a legacy of educators that was far beyond what we ever thought about. So as I close, a little bit over 10 minutes, JL might fire me for the next one, I'm sorry. If you will, everybody in the room, it's very important that we take an initial first step together. Why? Because you need to understand that we got your back. You will never be in this alone. It's a very much so a we, not a me, this education profession. But the hardest step is the very first step. Would you agree with that? So if everybody would stand up for me, please. Please. When I count to 3, we're all going to take one step forward, and that'll be our initial first step into this profession together. Kind of like going over our transition. Everybody got that? 1. Well, hold on. Is JL standing? Okay. 1, 2, 3. That step right there was intentional. That step tells the whole world that yes, you can, yes, you will, and yes, you are ready to be a dynamic teacher. Best of luck to you, and thank you.